Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Welcome back to Jal Prayag. I'm going to do one more question on MMD orals. I'm calling it part two. The reason I'm calling it part two, I had already done one question on Coleridge. I'm going to do a question right now in chart work, basically terrestrial and coastal navigation. This question was given to a second mate candidate, but I would say a chief mate candidate also should be able to answer this question. Uh, so you should also know the concept. That is why I've added these words also. So let us look at the question first. There are two lighthouses with same height. One is in northwest, another one is northeast of your vessel. And one has got a VAC of 2 degrees. Other one has got a vertical sextant angle of 1.5 degrees. Your vessel is going on a course due north. What should be the course you should steer from this point to pass through those lighthouses, and they should be equidistant. Now, before I start, I want to give a quick disclaimer on this solutions what I'm giving you. Please remember this question was written as I received in WhatsApp. The person who had attended the orals, we don't know, and who was the examiner also, we don't know. Now, any orals might take about half an hour to 45 minutes or sometimes 1 hour also. And in the WhatsApp message, it was written that this is a failing question. So a person who was there approximately 45 minutes with at least 10 to 12 questions being asked to him, and with the anxiety, okay, everything, all emotions are there. How authentic is the words of this question? I don't know. So that is why I'm going to give you a solution based on whatever I received. I'll give you three solutions, three options for you. And I suggest whenever you go for orals, in case this question comes, and assume that there was some changes in the question, actual question, which might be re-asked also. Please choose the answer depending on the situation. So you will see what is the situation. I'll tell you, you can't do all the three questions immediately, all the three solutions, what I'm going to do. So let us look at it. I have highlighted two concepts here of chart work. Number one is vertical sextant angle. Number two is equidistant. So let us look at both of them. First, let me look at VSA principle. VSA is nothing but is going to give you a range. Range means a position circle. So the formula is distance of in nautical miles is equal to height of the object divided by the vertical sextant angle, whole multiplied by 1.854. Height of the object should be only in meters. The sextant altitude should be corrected for index error, and they should be written only in minutes. Please remember that. Don't write in degrees. The question was posed as 2 degrees and 1.5 degrees, so you can't write it directly. To make it easy for you to understand the question and for me to show you also, I've assumed the height 50 meters. This is a hypothetical height. You can choose anything 30, 35, whatever you want. 50 meters. Later on, I will show you with one of the methods I can use assumption as X also. When I solve it, I get 0.8 miles round off on the first one, 1 miles on the second one. I've color coded. I'm going to color code even the lighthouses also. Before I proceed further, please look at a small reference for understanding VSA. Go to the playlist called VSA. There's a video number 37. Please look at 37 for more details. So let us get into the problem. First, I'm going to show you the scenario as per the question phrased by the student, not by the examiner, as by the student. I'm proceeding due north. This is 0.8. This is 1. Remember, in VSA, the larger the angle, the closer you are. I'm going to form a triangle, which is called baseline. And if you realize from the question, This angle was 45 because your course is due north. The lighthouse is northwest. This is northeast. I want to calculate the baseline. When you see, this is actually 90 degrees, which was 45 plus 45. I'm forming a right angle triangle. I'm going to calculate using Pythagoras theorem. I got 1.28. It's a rounded off figure. Don't bother about that. One thing is evident in this diagram. If you continue on 0, 0, 0, it's very high, unlikely that when you're passing the two lighthouses, you might be equidistant. You are not equidistant, looking at the diagram itself. So I want to know what is equidistant. Equidistant is exactly midway, 0.64 from both. So if you honestly ask me, when you pass the two lights, I should be here. This is what should be your position. Forget the course, we'll find out what is the course. Now, I told you I have three options. The problem is how much time you are given to do these three options. So the first option and the easiest option, quite easy, very easy to do on your normal notebook also. You can do it on the graph sheet also. Or you can do your radar plotting. Sure. Let us look at this radar plotting. It's one of the most easiest ones. I'm putting myself at the center. This is a port lighthouse, starboard lighthouse. Draw the two sides of the triangle, then the baseline. Mark exactly the midpoint. And if you plot it, I immediately get an answer of 007 degrees true. This could be correct. Now, if the question is correct, this could be correct. But does the examiner allow you to plot all these things? That is a different question. I will leave that to you. Please decide depending on, I'm going to give you three solutions. You choose which is available to you in that situation. This is the most easiest one, very quick, and it's quite okay. It's accurate. Slight change will be there, but it's accurate. If you do 007, you are going to pass both the lighthouses equidistant. Let me show you a second method, which is called sine formula. Sine formula is slightly tricky. You need to do calculations. And I guarantee you don't have time this in your orals. You can have it in writtens, but not in orals. Sine formula is something which is used in phase 1 level. So second mate level, I will not recommend. But I will still show you so that any phase 1 candidate who wants to see this and be prepared for the orals, possibly this question can come since it was written as a failing question. Let us say many second mates are not able to answer. This question can be posed for a mate also, just to find out. I'm going to give you a solution. My job is to proceed on this red color course. This is the job. Right now you're here. And there's a small angle from the current course, which is 0, 0, 0. So you'll have to alter course to starboard. That is very, very obvious for you. I'm going to show you this. As I said, I'm not going to go detail. If anyone is interested, you can pause this slide and then you can work out. And do let me know if you have any doubts. I'm forming two triangles, AOC and BOC. I'm going to sort it out. I'm trying to eliminate few things and I get a tan AOC. And then finally I get the answer. AOC as 53 degrees. I'm going to show you that. This is 53 degrees. But this 53 degrees is from where? I know one line called OA, which is already northwesterly. That means I already know this true angle. And if I add both of them, please remember I get a course of 368. And you know, if you want 360 notation, you can write this as 008. So this new course, sorry, is 008. You can see how close the first radar plotting method and this method, and this is more accurate, please remember. It takes time, so you don't have time in orals for all these things, but I'm still showing you an option. I'm going to show you the last option, which is the third one, which is a generic question or a generic action. You don't need to actually calculate as you did in 1 and 2. There's a very small thing you need to find out. That's it. And you can give a generic answer. I would say that this is the most suitable answer for you in orals when you have limited time to draw, plot, and calculate. Okay, please look at this. I am more closer to the port light, that is for sure. Why? Because looking at point 8. So my first action will be alter course towards the larger distance light. Right now it's starboard. I will alter course. I'm not telling you what to alter also. I can give you a generic answer. Alter course. Please alter. You will alter. You can alter like this also. You can alter like this also. And you can alter like this also. You have multiple options. Alter any direction. Then what should you be looking at? You should be looking at measuring the VSA as and when you went. When your VSA becomes same, then that is the time. Let me show you one course here. You chose this course, blue color course, and you went on taking the VSA. Your VSA became same at this point. You could have got this here also. In this course also, you would have got it. There are multiple courses. I showed you in the previous diagram. I'm just going back again. You see, I can have multiple courses. I don't have place. I can draw maybe 5 more courses also in between, because all of them are alter course to start with. So I reached a point while on this course when I got both VSAs same. That means I should be measuring the VSA of both the lighthouse while I'm sailing. I could have got here also. That is why I call these 2 points, the edge of these 2 course arrows, as same VSA points, edge of the both arrows. Now, what is so common between them? You will see that moment you reach the same VSA point, okay, alter course back to port till you are perpendicular to the baseline. That means you should know what is the baseline angle. When you measure here on the plotting sheet, your baseline angle came like this. So what is perpendicular? This is perpendicular. This is perpendicular to your baseline of both the lighthouses. And this line, what I'm showing you, when you measure, it is coming as 353. That is, I measured it on the plotting sheet. So now you see what happens. I can alter course anywhere to starboard, go on till I get the same VSA point. The moment I get same VSA, please alter course to port and steer 353. So this is a very generic answer for you in the orals. So as I said, I'm not sure whether the question was phrased properly. So I've given you 3 options. Please choose them as the situation comes and as you get that original question from the examiner. Otherwise, the last one is quite generic. You can always give. There is no need of calculation. All I need to know is what is the baseline bearing. For that, you need to plot. That is the only thing you need to plot and get a perpendicular and please sail. Please try to use this. I hope it will be helpful. I'll come back with few more oral questions because right now I know exams are going on. I might come back to a few more oral questions as and when I get something. So keep watching Jal Prayag, and until then, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Catch you soon.